Hi, guys. I just wanted to talk to you guys a little bit about team leaders. So, if you're watching this video, that means you are a team leader. And we're super excited that you are able to help with Press Play VBS this year. Thank you so much. We greatly appreciate it. And we couldn't make VBS happen without all of you. So, group leaders or team leaders need to be in they need to be here by 5:20, and I say that because the children start checking in at 5:30. Now they may not all be here at one time, but they do start checking in at 5:30. And so one thing that you need to do is when you're checking in, um, be mindful that all of the doors in the entire building, external doors, will be locked and there will be tape on the doors. And so you'll need to go around to the glass doors by the Welcome Center. The kids will be checking in at the foyer, but so that you're not having to wait in that long line, you're going to have a designated check-in person who is Melissa Dixon, unless something changes, and she's going to check you in there. And so you're going to kind of go through those glass doors and you're going to go cut through and you're going to go into the sanctuary so that you're already stationed in the sanctuary and waiting for the children because they're going to be coming through the foyer. Now, I want to get back really quickly to the tape on the doors. If you are a church member who has keys to those doors, do not use them. Do not use your key to unlock one of the other doors to come in it. Walk around to those glass doors because we are trying to keep those doors shut and locked for the safety and security of our children. In the past, we have had problems where the doors are locked and people unlock them, they accidentally leave them unlocked, or whatever the case may be, or someone sneaks in behind you now that the doors have the soft close on them. Do not use your key. I know that it's tempting because you have a key and you want to cut through. Please do not do that. Please go to the designated area where volunteers are supposed to check in. Okay, enough about that. An incentive that we are doing that we have done the last several years for our volunteers. So when you check in with Melissa, it's going to automatically be time stamped. And what that means is so if you show up that day, the day that you're supposed to, and you show up on time when you're supposed to be there, then your name is automatically put into a drawing that we're doing each night. Each night, I'll be giving away a different gift card. It may be to a restaurant, it may be to a store, maybe to a coffee shop, wherever. But if you're here and you're on time, your name goes in that drawing. And at the end of the night, I will pull a name out of a hat or a bucket or something, and one winner will win. Okay, so once you're in the sanctuary, each team will have a designated blocked off area. Okay, and it'll have like masking tape on the floor, and there will be a sign there with your team names. So, give you the lowdown on the team names. Our youngest group, 4 and 5 year olds, is Team CD. 6 and 7 year olds are Team Cassette. 8 and 9 year olds are Team Record, and our 10 to 12-year-olds are Team Bluetooth. Now, this is something that we're doing something different that we haven't done in the past. So our worship team normally is on the stage. Well, we have a senior team that will be on the stage. Those are our helpers who are 13 or older who are allowed to actually volunteer. This year we had auditions and we did a junior team. The junior team is going to be on the floor in front of the stage, and those are our children who are anywhere between the ages of 10 and 12. Okay, so the reason why I'm telling you that is in the past, all of the kids and the group leaders loved being on the floor dancing, and they would come straight up to the stage. You cannot do that anymore because we have the worship team on the floor as well. Your team needs to make sure that, like I said, there's going to be masking tape on the floor, and you need to make sure that your kids are staying behind that line because we don't want them going up, getting in the space of the worship team. We don't want them getting up to the stage. So make sure that we're doing that. And as the kids are coming in for that 5:30 point when this check-in starts, we don't want the kids running around. We do want them to have fun and be excited. We don't want them running around. We want them to have structure. So you as a team leader, when you're there, that's part of your job is making sure that the kids are having fun but being safe. But we will have a hype crew. Haley Williams is in charge of our hype crew, and we will have several teenagers who will be kind of doing some structured games with them during that time period to kind of keep them entertained, but have some structure at the same time. So I need you to help. You don't necessarily have to do with the games, but I need you to help with the control factor, crowd control, during that time period. And another thing, when you're sitting with the kids, we're not going to have any chairs in the sanctuary, in the groups and everything. There will be a parent observation area that's in the back that is roped off, where they are not allowed to go beyond a certain point because of security reasons for the kids. But I want you guys to be mindful of what you're doing, because the kids, yeah, they're watching the worship leaders, but they're watching you too. So make sure that you are interacting with the kids, that even if you don't know all the dance moves because you haven't seen them, that's okay. But that you're making an effort, that you're interacting with them, that you're showing them excitement, because when they see you, they're going to do what you do. And so if you're excited about VBS, if you're participating with VBS, then so will the kids. So be mindful of that. And so we're just really excited about what's, this fun week and how it's going to impact children's lives. And I will tell you, I've looked at the registration as they've been coming through, and there are a ton of kids who do not go to our church. I have no clue who some of these kids are. And that's so exciting because they're new, and that's a soul. And so we're just super excited about that. So I also want to talk to you about, there'll be a clipboard, and one of the team leaders needs to kind of be in charge of that. And so on there will be like your team roster, and you may have to add some people to it each day, because even though there may be some that didn't pre-register and they walk up and check in, that's fine. And they'll be checked in and they'll have a name tag, but we may not have been able to get to your clipboard and reprint them on your roster. I will reprint every day, but just add them on there. Make sure you're keeping a head count of all of your kids, so that you don't lose anybody. And then also on there, on the rosters, beside a child, there may be children that have some medical issues, some learning disabilities, physical disabilities, whatever the case may be. It will be notated on there so that you guys will be able to know what's going on with each of the children. So that's an important thing as to why no other child needs to be looking or playing with that clipboard, because there is personal information on there. We also have some children, of course, who have allergies. If a child has allergies, it should print on the name tag. But for whatever reason, if it didn't get put in at check-in like it was supposed to, or it didn't print, or whatever the case may be, they should have a little red tag, like a red bracelet around their arm if they have an allergy. And I'm hoping that they will remember to write it on there, but I will do my best to go back through after check-in just to make sure, because I've seen the registrations come through, so I kind of know who has what, like if there's certain allergies or disabilities or anything like that. I know for sure we have a couple of kids who needs inhalers, so they need to make sure they keep those inhalers with them. Parents have said that they're responsible, that kind of thing, but still, we need to make sure that we're facilitating and making sure that every child is having fun but being safe at the same time. And so red bracelets for allergies. And then another bracelet to be looking out for is our green bracelets. There are a few families that I know of for sure who have stated they do not want their child photographed or videographed. I will also be letting our videographer and our photographer know those types of things and be aware of the bracelet. So if they have a green bracelet on, be aware of that too. That necessarily won't be a big concern for you, more so for the photographer and the videographer. But the reason why I say that to you is because I know sometimes our team leaders like to take pictures of the kids, and you're more than welcome to take pictures of the kids or take videos of your group. Just be mindful of not taking any of those who have those bracelets. And another thing, if you do take pictures or videos, you cannot post them on any type of social media. Excuse me. You can send them to me, email them to me, or email them to Keely or something like that, because we have to go through our list to make sure before we post anything or use any of the video footage or pictures or anything like that, that we are within rights of using that because of the kids who maybe accidentally gotten the video, or if we need to Photoshop someone out, that kind of thing. So yeah. Another thing, when you're going throughout the day with your rotations, you're going to need a phone. At least one person will need a phone. I know everybody carries a phone now, but you'll need it for keeping track of your time if you're not wearing a watch, case of emergencies, if you have to call me for anything like that. Just please do not be on your phone. Be mindful of that, because we want to make sure that we're being attentive to the children. And when we're playing on our phones, the children, they know. We may not think that they know or that they see us, but we're not being responsible. We're not being attentive to the children if we're playing on our phone. And for whatever reason, if a parent drives by or happens to be in the parent observation area and they see that, they're going to think, wow, they're not paying any attention to my kids. They're paying attention to their phone. So let's be mindful of that too. During our rotations, we have different rotations. So after our large group, which is about 45 minutes, our worship rally, where we'll have a challenge game, we'll have worship, we'll have a Bible lesson, that type of thing. In there, you'll go to the rotations, which will be dinner, games, crafts, that type of thing. Now, we do have rotation leaders that are in charge of games or in charge of crafts, and they'll be the ones who explain everything and kind of take charge of that. But just because you're in one of those, once you go to that rotation, that does not mean, oh, I get a break or it's time off for me. No, you need to actually help assist with the children, help assist the craft leaders wherever they're needed. And you're still being involved with your team, being involved with that group, and making sure that you are doing that. Even though the team leaders, they may have it and explain, but especially during crafts, they may need assistance, even though some are older, whatnot. But anyways, so that is with that. When you go to dinner rotation, you will eat dinner with the kids, because we are providing food for the kids as well as the volunteers. And I feel like there is something that I am forgetting. Let me look at my list. Oh, challenge. So we are having, again, our challenge, our press play challenge, where they can earn points. And at the end of the week, the team with the most points will win a prize. And so they can earn their points by memorizing and knowing their memory verse for the week, knowing the bottom line for each day, bringing a new friend, bringing an offering, and then of course our press play challenge that we do during our worship rally. It's like a big interactive game. That, and then our mission service project. So we have again this year partnered with Falcon Children's Home, where we're going to be collecting hygiene items, new and unused hygiene items, toothpaste, deodorant, toothbrush, shampoo, conditioner, that kind of thing, socks, paper towels, toilet paper. And your kids, for every item they bring in, they earn 2 points for that. So encourage that. And yeah, I think that's a bit about it. Rotations, clipboard, hype crew, all that. Yep, I think that's pretty much it. If I remember something, I may add it to the email. So I really am so excited about this week. It seems like it got here really fast, but I'm really grateful that you guys are here, you're committed, and you're willing to help. Really appreciate it, and I know that the kids appreciate it, and I know they're going to enjoy this week, and so will you. God bless you.